is on hand for Florida, Georgia. Pick it up, Gator football, Matthews to Willie Jackson.
This is just a super catch by Willie Jackson. He was well covered, and Shane put it up in the air and just gave him a jump ball with their safety man, and he was a little taller. Here's Eric. Eric ran hard yesterday. Ended up with about 90 yards, I think, and 27 carries. So he had a steady day. And here's Bart kicking the field goal. I think we ran the ball a little too many times down around the goal line. I think looking back, maybe we'd thrown the ball in the end zone a little bit more, but fortunately we got enough points. Here's their first play, and as you can see, we don't look very good on this. We look at Garrison Hurst. He knocks one of our guys down, comes back, knocks another one down. He was ready to play, and fortunately, we were able to hold him to 41 yards yesterday. Super job by our defense after this play.
All of a sudden, in the first 5 minutes, now it's 7-3 Georgia. And here's Georgia with the ball again, but here's also Monty Drill on a great tackle.
Right. Monty had a super game, as did Ben Hanks, Myrick Anderson, of not letting Garrison outside. A lot of his big runs this year, he's dipped in and gone outside and turned the corner on teams for those long runs he's made.
Well, this was great to see here.
Right. Here goes Larry Kennedy, block punt, and we get the ball right here on their 40. You know, an amazing statistic, if you block a punt in the game, I think it's almost 90% sure you're going to win it. But we get excellent field position. Harrison Houston on a little quick spot pass for about 11 or 12.
And then Matthews comes back to red here, and also a face mask penalty on the play.
Right, this was 3rd and 5, and face mask penalty. I thought you called it on Eric for a moment because he stiff-armed the Georgia linebacker in the face. I really didn't think that probably should have been called on either one of them because it wasn't a real pull on either side. Shane scrambled out of the pocket down the 3-yard line, and Shane made a nice audible here to and look at these blocks, one there and one by Willie Jackson, and Eric was able to get in the end zone for the first touchdown for us.
And the Gators go 8 plays, 39 yards, and take a 10-7 lead as we pick up action now here in the second quarter.
See a little quick string out here to Willie Jackson for about 10 to 12 yards.
And that's back-to-back plays coming up, Steve, from the tight end, Charlie Dean.
Charlie Dean, right. He takes his little drag pass here for about 8 or 9. Gets the first down. We got a illegal block downfield right before this. Shane came back, made a nice audible. And Charlie got about an 18-yard completion there. And here's Jack Jackson on a slant pattern.
That's 14 plays, 72 yards. It took 4.5 minutes to score. With 11:11 to go second quarter, the Gators are up 16-7.
Right. Excellent protection by Gant Crouch there. Some of our players are doing a little too much of this, Nick. I've not noticed it, but now it's noticeable. We need to curtail our celebration a little bit.
Here's a fine play by Kevin Carter.
Right. Kevin comes around the corner, gets a sack there. The ball came loose, but I don't think they ruled it a fumble. Here's the replay. I think our players were excited to see if we could pass rush a little bit better this week. Some people said our rush was one of the worst in the country after the Louisville game, and our players said we're going to show people we can rush the passer.
Bill Gunner.
Here's Billy Gunner knocking it down. Our guys really came to play. Really proud of the effort of the entire squad. We had some bad plays, but overall we really had a lot of good ones, and it was. The plays were made because the players really played with a lot of effort. Here we are in our 5 wide receivers, and Willie Jackson's got a linebacker trying to cover him all the way down the field, and Shane was able to loft it in there perfectly for another score.
4 plays, 38 yards, and with 8:28 to go second quarter, it was 23-7 Florida following this touchdown to Willie Jackson.
Right, we've got 23 points with 38 minutes left in the game, and we only got 3 more, but still we were able to come out a winner.
Eric Zier will toss 18 yards here to Hassan Graham for a Georgia first down here.
All right, little rollout pass, well thrown. We've got to tackle a little bit better in the secondary there. Had some guys bouncing off occasionally. Here's the tip ball for the interception, Ed Robinson. And we're right at the 40, 35, and I really felt if we could put a drive on here and hope to get up to 30 points before half, we might not be having to sweat this one out. But it wasn't to be. Georgia came back. They're a fine team. They've got a lot of skilled players, and their defense really played extremely hard the second half for them. They they wanted to win very badly. And here's a touchdown pass. We see we're out of position. But Georgia scored 10 straight there to get it to 23-17.
As they continue here, you see the final minute of the half. This is Zaire to Hurst for 14 yards. And Peterson then drills a 49-yard field goal in the final 5 seconds of the half. And it was a 6-point halftime lead.
Right, that field goal gave the Georgia fans a lot of life, a lot of hope. But our defensive guys really came back in the second half to shut them down.
So a wild first half of football, 40 points on the board in the Gator Bowl. Halftime score is Florida 23, Georgia 17. We'll see the second half a little bit later as we continue in just a moment. The other, and we'll pick it up with the Gators 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Okay, Shane to Aubrey Hill. We got Aubrey in there sort of in the tight end position to run those posts and corners and so forth, and he's very good at that. Here's Peter Malone bouncing a draw play up for about 10 or so. And we got a 6-point lead, and we go down here and fumble on about the 3-yard line, and we just cannot recover our own fumbles very well right now. Georgia gets it, but our defense held them.
Here's Johnny Church.
Here's Johnny Church getting a sack. Boom. Yeah, Johnny played well yesterday. Had a lot of tackles, sacks, hustles. True freshman out of Fort Myers. He didn't think he was going to be doing all that playing when he signed with us last February, but he's a main part of our defensive team. Here's a rollout pass. Excellent coverage. And Zaire sort of throws the ball away there.
So you see it's midway through the third quarter here, and it's back to Florida football, 2nd and 10 from the 34.
Okay, here's Eric's long run of the night. I think he made about 13 on the draw play. A few of those draws popped out, not many though. And here's a little corner route to Aubrey Hill. Beautiful catch, nice throw. And we're down there in good shape again.
And Edmiston drills this field goal, a beautiful kick from 34 yards out, 26-17.
Right, that ended up being the winning points right there. The way the game was going, we felt like we may could score some more, but we certainly didn't. Georgia played very well defensively, shut us out the rest of the game.
There's Harvey Bottles up there, and here is a fine play by Ellis Johnson. Good to see him back in there.
Very good to see Ellis in there. We came into this game as healthy as, I think, the first game of the season. So we were at full strength, and certainly that's what it took to beat these guys by 2 points. And here we go fumbling again. Both backs fumble, Eric and Kedra, so maybe Tony Davis is going to be in there more. I don't know, but no, fumbles happen, but we got to be more careful in these situations right here. We have a 9-point lead and first down and just lost the ball.
But Georgia couldn't take advantage of it either.
All right, this is a big play in the game right here. As you can see, we're chasing, and Zaire tries to throw the ball away, throws it right to Ben Hanks, and Ben's got his second interception of the season. So we're at midfield and shape we put a drive together to maybe have some breathing room. They come back. Looks like Hurst was going to break this one. Fine tackle by Will White. Will had a fine game, as did Dale Spear and Larry Kennedy. Excellent coverage downfield.
Here's a 3rd and 8, and they were only 2 of 11 on 3rd down conversions.
Tell you, Nick, we have been so good on 3rd downs the entire season, and that's what's helped us to win games. And we've been pretty good offensively on the 3rd down. So that's a key down of the football game, without a doubt. Here we are missing a tackle. And this is the 3-play drive right here that sometimes our defensive team can look so good, but at other times we miss the tackle there, and then we let Hurst outside and gets out of bounds, and they're right on our 22.
And it's a 29-yard pass play to Hurst there, and here's their touchdown.
Right. Now we let him run behind us here. As you can see, he's wide open. He makes a nice play, gets 1 foot down, which is all you need, and Georgia scores in 30 seconds, I think, went about 80 yards. Oh, here was a big play in the game. We got 2nd and 14, and he hits Willie Jackson for 13. Now we got 3rd and 1, and Shane hit that little crack right there. Dean Golden and Reggie Green had some nice blocks there. And here's 3rd and 13 again. Shane rolls out and hits Harrison Houston for the first down. That was one of the big plays of the game, without a doubt. There was still 2:50 left, I think, on the clock when Shane rolled out. As you can see, Shane throws very well on the run. That's from his old high school training back in Pascagoula. His dad had him sprinting out most of the time, so he can throw very well, running left or right.
This wasn't a third down play, but it was a huge one.
Quarterback draw, just set up perfectly. We were trying to find any play that can make 8 or 9 yards, and ended up that was one that did.
Yeah, let's take another look at this one, Steve. Again, another first down, which wrapped it up. Georgia was out of timeouts.
You can see Eric was lead blocking in there, as well as Kelvin Randolph, and sometimes you just got to give it to your quarterback in a situation like that, and it just happened to work out for us.
Yeah, I think Shane picked up 26 yards on the ground in his rushing attempts yesterday, and it all added up to a Florida victory. The final again, 26-24. We'll come back and hear from the winning Gators. We go inside the locker room in just a moment.